Thank you. Not what I would have chosen for my evening. Not any dislove to all of you. I don't know why I had some dream that I would have a different kind of night, but I am not going to have that. So next best thing is always spirit. So let's see what spirit wants to talk about with us today. Okay. King of Pentacles crossed by the Eight of Cups, or the Ace of Cups. I don't know why it felt very Eight of Cupsy. I almost get a feeling that someone's really trying to sit with practicalities, even though their heart wants to offer something to someone, someplace, right? Yeah, there's the Page of Cups underneath. It's like, I want to offer a small token, but I don't really know how to go about that, okay? Because I'm very focused on practicality here right now. Could just be somebody with heavy earth and very minimal water energy, right? I'm also getting for someone here, it could be that you've had an out with your child, and this is the energy of your child wanting to ask for forgiveness, okay? Kind of reconcile things. The High Priestess and the Three of Bitcoins, okay? Someone here with the new moon energy is definitely trying, very focused on believing that a new start. She's holding the Fool card in her hand, and the Fool, she's really sitting here, and this could be, I'm going to say she, he, it can be non-binary. Take the part that you feel. She sits with you. Feminine to me just means heart space. Okay, masculine is the mind space. So the card that she's holding is the Fool in this deck, and it has a masculine energy on it in a virtual reality. So again, she's trying to manifest this new beginning. But I feel that, again, it's still in this very raw energetic state. And that state could be the influence on this connection not really getting off the ground the way somebody would want it to. Okay. And I love they're showing me 1, 2, 3. So it is progressing in the way that it is meant to be. Okay. Yeah, they're like, that's the truth. Ace of Wands. And that Ace of Wands is an arrow. So it's like the actions that you take right now are setting you on the divine path that you are moving through. Thank you. That one. Thank you. And that one. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. There's the Queen of Bitcoins with Justice. This king could be waiting for things to balance out, waiting for things to, in some instances, to end. Could be ending contracts. Okay. Definitely almost feels like they're getting ready to go through their own massive shift. Like they're showing their hat on the ground being as like a portal. And it's like they're just, right, they're using the scales kind of like a cowbells is how they're showing it to me, right? Like jing, 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 right? Getting rid of all the negativity before they leap through this portal. I want one more card there. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Towards divine love. the Lovers. Okay. And they're also manifesting that, manifesting this wand that gives them direction, and going through this portal and leaving behind their shadows, moving towards the Lovers, which is quite beautiful. Okay. So let's get a little more information about this story. Yeah, there's challenges here because I saw the Five of Cups on this deck. I just saw when I was shuffling the Five of Wands. There are some lessons still to be had. There are some challenges still here. Okay. And I feel like it's how to ground it earthly, because energetically I feel that you know that this is what's for you, person, place, or thing. Okay. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Everything's moving. Everything's in motion. And although it feels like the energy is separate, again, you're doing it together. You're building something here together, even as you are apart. And this could be in regards to higher living, moving to a new home. It could be higher education, supporting somebody's higher education. Okay. Why is the High Priestess only looking to create this in the virtual reality? Why is that the manifestation here? Thank you. Again. Okay. Overthinking this. I've been hurt before. Yeah. Four of Cups. Overthinking, not just that they've been hurt before, but how this masculine energy has been hurt before. And again, right, like, what if I offer this? My cup is so full, right? And in the middle here, I do have the Two of Pentacles, so it feels tricky, okay? But I get this energy that, again, the masculine here, right, is offering this cup, but it's empty. Okay. They haven't filled it yet because they're still very much in this King of Pentacles, King of Bitcoins, right? I'm trying to get things going. And again, they're telling me Bitcoins, right? That's fun because, again, this is very virtual reality. This is very energetic right now. They're calling things in there. They're masterminding things intuitively. But the feminine here, who does have a ring on, has a lot of emotions. Okay, so again, this could be this overthinking that I have all these emotions for this that I can't really have yet. So I'm just manifesting it energetically. This Ace of Wands, this truth that is giving you directions. Nine of Discs, okay, Nine of Pentacles. It's about, you're getting a direction, a guide to work on yourself right now. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Because, again, one person here is really working on themselves to, I feel like, almost come into their own light. They're in the butterfly stage, transforming. The other person here is still in this tent, looking for the perfect seed to plant in all of this. I do feel like that's the masculine energy here, because they want to plant this seed, go through this portal, and come out the other side in love. And they're hiding that. Seven of Swords, and there's that Two of Pentacles again. They're hiding that in this shadow work. Energetically, there's curiosity on both sides. There's definitely a pack unit, family unit energy here. And the feminine here is like, how do I integrate our hearts? How do I integrate all of this into this space that I want to be in? I feel like the feminine wants to handle it again. Very much there's a little bit of the feminine wanting to control it a little bit, like the masculine just wants to offer that one pentacle, and then the feminine will have that 10 pentacles. The masculine energy here, the mind energy, just wants to give and complete this. They're trying to figure out how, because they're thinking of this very practically. The feminine really wants to bring in all of this heart, but they're like, my heart is too much. I've got to sit here practically. I've got to balance all of this, because that's what the masculine wants, is this balance. Underlying with the Six of Wands, again, there's this feeling that the feminine wants the masculine almost like to see them as the prize. The problem here is that these divine lovers energies, and this is the truth, okay, whatever this is that's being drawn together is in this overthinking, obsessive, very passionate energy, because there's a lot of past energy that's being let go of right now, that's been left to the fire, and the fire is going to transform it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's ready to be fully transformed, right? So what else here, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, again, these lovers, energetically, right, they're showing me, again, on the Devil's card, in the reality, you're looking away from each other, okay? Because you're dealing with all of this letting go in your life. Energetically, you're looking directly at each other, mirroring this shadow aspect, okay? And what's going to change this is by speaking your world into being. This is not going to come together by negating that communication. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, trust the universe. Okay? Again, they're showing me this energy that the shadow work is coming out of this. Full moon in Aquarius. It's like the feminine is trying to reach through this portal and grab this masculine. Get through this portal already, right? But the masculine's up to the edge. They have to fill their cup. That Ace of Cups is their cup. They have to love themselves. They have to fill their cup and heal their heart and be real before they can come into this. Okay, right now, those are two Aquarius cards. Right now, it's just wishes for both of you. Okay. It's looking for balance again here, right? And that's the path forward. And you both know that if this is a relationship, that everything needs to balance. Even if this has to do with career, you know that everything needs to balance. Yeah, it's growing. in the most odd way possible, right? Where nothing else you thought could grow, this is growing. It was a choice. You have chosen it. And it is growing. Even if you feel that it's not. It's growing out of hardness, though. So this has not been an easy path to get to. Again, these are yin and yangs. This is divine connection here, but most of the work that's going on right now between the two is in the energetics, and it's shadow work. And only once that is equalized and balanced will it actually come into play. And this could be talking about, again, Aquarius season, when that comes into play. Yeah, right now this is about releasing the West, purging, completing the past, okay? Bringing this last puzzle piece in so that you can move through this portal. That's a card number 4, which is, I think, speaking more highly to the masculine. There's one final, like, feminine piece that needs to be put into this for the masculine. And it may not necessarily be from the feminine that I'm seeing here. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But the passion really brings out a lot of sadness, which is, I feel like, that shadow work still, right? And I feel like this really is the feminine's energy. They, again, their cup is overflowing with love for where they are wanting to be. And the fact that it feels like it's so far away, there's so much sadness in that. Because, again, she feels like she is just sitting in these emotions, sending out this energetic love. And is not going to be able to, it's like she can't swim forever, is what they're saying to me. The feminine is feeling like nothing's moving, but everything is moving at high speed. Again, it's going to move a lot faster once the masculine jumps into this portal towards the Lovers. It will move very much at a speed that I think will really fast forward this. The feminine, again, like I said, is already through this energy frequency, coming through to the other side, and starting to do this golden frequency from the Lion's Gate energy, starting to do this work, starting to do this shadow work that came from the Lion's Gate. And as such, they feel this pressure on them. And they feel like the past, it's like the past is watching them to make sure that they do not move in a way that's, it's hard to describe. Like, they're showing me like a fashion model almost. And you've got this camera taking all these pictures of you, and they're singing this very old song in my head, girls on film, do 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 do, girls on film. And it's so this thing of I have to be perfect, but that's not actually what the masculine wants. That's the shadow work for the feminine, I feel. The masculine, again, feels like they are on the path coming forward, but it is all in their head. There's my horses in the air. They do feel like they're on the path. They just haven't fully integrated into this. Oops, sorry. Did I squish your head? Did I squish your head? I'm so sorry. I did not mean to squish your head. Your mother did not mean that. Sorry. He's like, okay, I love you. He had his head further forward than he usually does. Any other advice here, Spirit? Yeah, see, he had his head down here, right neck between me and the arm, which he usually has his head up here on the armrest. So I was not expecting that. Other advice here for the collective, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, again, photograph, girls on film. Somebody feels like their every move is being watched here. Someone could be missing you and nostalgic for you, but it also is this feeling that somebody thinks that they have to be perfect, and that's not what your partner or your perfect job or whatever is looking for. Okay. We've got the boat here and the girl with the snake. Again, there's a lot of emotions that the feminine is navigating here. The heart is navigating here. And you could be very empathic and dealing with someone who's very narcissistic. Enable those boundaries, okay, as you are healing. I don't necessarily feel like this is the person that you're dealing with. It could be somebody from your past. Now, next month, the Kindle version is already on sale. I've got the link over at my Mindset Unicorn. But this is my new book that's coming out next month, The Awakened Heart. And it really comes from my Divine Love program that I did, working with those that were seeking love and looking to also heal some of the empathic type wounds, those sensitive wounds, those shadow wounds. And so this is lessons to surrender to our embodied love, but it's also meant to bring yourself into your own union. But everyone that I've worked with in that program that went through the full program is in union. So anything else here, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, again, soulmates here. There are contracts here that are in agreement, whether this is what you're bringing into your life or what is being let go of. And it does entangle your heart space just a little bit in terms of that shadow work. The sword and the rose, yeah. There's a clarity that's needed in the heart, a truth that needs to be spoken. Again, Spirit said, right, to speak your world into existence. And I do think that that is coming, but I think it's going to come from when the masculine energy picks up speed. Know if you are feeling like you're the masculine, the mind energy of this, that the heart, the feminine, they do have unconditional love for you. And they acknowledge that they are the one chasing you here. But again, two things there of unconditional love. They may not have told you, but there is unconditional love that they have for you. Yeah. Okay. This is going to be a win. It's going to be something that will just feel comfortable when you get to it. They're also showing me that this is the feminine pulling the thorn out of the masculine's paw, out of the emperor's paw. So I feel like when the masculine finally lets this feminine into their world, that's the healing. That's where their cup starts to fill back up. And that's when the wind of change happens and it guides with the direction. But it's also saying, let's surrender to the divinity here. Okay, let's surrender to the knowing of what we have and what we are bringing forward into our life. Because again, you're like two magnets that are pointed away from each other in the life because of the way that your hearts have been spared. But when you come and point together, your hearts will be formed. Angel number 33, again, that's a 6. I love that that's the number of the lovers. And then we have the 12, which is my number for the lovers. Okay, the gateway has been presented. The masculine stands on the veranda looking at that portal. In present moment, they're ready to move forward and make a completion. It's a process, guys, right? Just know that where you are at, yes, it is a process. For those of you that are definitely connecting to love with that full moon energy being very strong here, what can you expect with this blue moon here at the end of the month? Thank you. Yeah, stay optimistic. I do feel that you have to quit being the one to keep giving. If you're the one that's continuing to give, you have to give them a chance to be the one to come and give to you. Okay? You are getting to know each other. Your inner child feminine may be, again, a little unsure of all of this. You may just be in the integration phase with your inner child. Again, this I think is going to move and to ascend to a higher level of commitment very quickly when it does come into being. Again, for some of you, that's just talking about that 10 of Pentacles. So it could be you're coming into a new job, you're coming into that higher education. But there's past that is really being asked to be let go of here. Old, Akashic energies that you are not in flow with anymore, release it, okay? That's how you open up this world, is to keep doing that shadow work and keep releasing things, all right? Love you guys. Have a beautiful week. Much love. Bye.